Yo, can you give me a pair of the Chicago ones?
MP in the house.
MP, you got that look in your eye tonight.
Welcome to the end. And taking a broader look here at the year-over-year scoring trend for Giannis Antetokounmpo.
And looking at his offensive numbers from the past few years, it seems like teams around the league have kind of figured him out. He's having to work a lot harder for his points, and they haven't been coming nearly as easily as they used to.
Here's the starting group for the Indiana Pacers. Halliburton in the backcourt, Nembhard to his side. Turner is out there with Barnes. Look at the great coaches. What are one or two of the most important qualities for success that you see?
Well, for me, Kevin, I think you got to be able to adapt tactically. I mean, that's huge, and especially in the playoffs. But most important, can you motivate and unify a locker room? That leadership quality is what really puts a coach over the top.
We've got Chet Holmgren. Bones Hyland is out there with Red Hot. Then there's Jaime Jaquez. And it's Doherty in at the 4 slot. So that's who Miami starts the second with. And now we've got some time to check in from the sidelines. What do you got for us, DA?
Thanks, Kevin. Well, Red Hot was indeed hot in the last game against the Kings. Made a big difference. He scored 24 points, and to no one's surprise, he was dialed in from deep. And not only has he been great, the team is clicking right now. Now, his play has been a huge reason why they're playing great. We'll see if they can keep it up, guys.
Thank you, David. You're right. He was After one half, it hasn't even been close. Miami ahead, up by 16. We'll be back shortly live from Miami Arena.
Their offense may get the credit for the lead, but they've set the tone with their rebounding.
I give it the Shaq stamp of.
All right, let's switch it up. And that's all for us. Now it's time to send it back to Kevin Harlan for the beginning of the third quarter.
And with the Heat leading by 10. And a look at the 5 for the Pacers to start the fourth quarter. We've got Reynolds. Benedict Mathurin is out there with Mitchell Robinson. Then it's Halliburton. And it's Hunt in at the shooting guard. The Pacers shooting 49% on the game. They'll take that.
You're not sure what that was about. I mean, talk about a brain cramp.
Yeah, yeah, completely a brain fade. I don't know where that came from. Just lost sense of time.
And so Miami takes this one by a big margin. Even early.
Great win tonight, MP.
See ya, MP.
NYC, baby. The stars are out. Say what's up to
MP,
Spike
you
for
win
me.
the Player of the Month so much that you...
Welcome and thank you for spending this. And we got a quick moment to take a look at the long-term rebounding numbers over several seasons for Chet Holmgren.
It's not a great trend for him. Not rebounding nearly as effectively anymore. Maybe it's his effort. Who knows? But that's something that needs to change.
And the starting lineup for Miami. Holmgren is out there with Giannis Antetokounmpo. Then there's Castle, and it's red hot in at the point. And for New York, Brunson and DiVincenzo team up as the backcourt. Then it's Jackson. Miami leading by 12. They've got Dylan Brooks. Dillingham out there with Jalen Brunson. Then there's Walker, and it's Peterson in at the 4. That's the group for New York starting the second. And so they foul in 10. First half comes to a conclusion in a game that's been very close so far. Miami out in front, up 5. We'll see you after halftime for the beginning of the third quarter.
Well, guys, any thoughts on where these teams are heading?
A few will rise, a few will fall, and some, like my own career, remain strong and control.
And now let's check out the game at hand. It was a solid first half effort for the Miami Heat.
Their offense is flowing.
And that's a wrap on halftime. Thanks for watching as we send you back to BA to call the second half.
Second half of basketball is upon us, and we may be in for an exciting finish based on how close of a game we've seen so far. You look at Jalen Brunson in this game, he's been everywhere.
He's been so disruptive defensively in the first half. His fast hands pick plenty of pockets.
And because of that, I expect to see a huge emphasis on ball control.
And for New York, they've got Dillingham. Also Jalen Brunson out there. Dylan Brooks is out there with Walker. And it's Peterson in at the 4. And now they decide to foul intentionally.
Personal foul. First team foul. Heat substitution. Number 24. Devin Vassell.
Just under 2.5 minutes gone by now in the final quarter. So it's the Heat winning this one easily. This one wasn't even close. The hometown crowd was waiting for a miracle that never came.
Yeah, and this team was consistent throughout. They met every challenge, and they earned this dub.
And that'll do it, folks. For Stan Van Gundy, Grant Hill, and Allie LaForce, I'm Brian Anderson.
Good game, MP.
Great win tonight, MP.
See ya, MP.
They don't even know what's coming for them.
He's about to tear it up.
MP, time to set goals for the second half of the season. You ready?
We're a great offensive team, but...
Fantastic. Sounds like we're in total alignment.
Just remember, every...
Game time, MP. Game time. Yo, MP, let's go.
Let's keep this winning streak going.
Good Friday night to you sports fans. You've come to the right place. It's the NBA on 2K Sports. With Greg Anthony and Hall of Famer Doris Burke, this is Kevin Harlan. And joining us on the sidelines, another Hall of Famer, David Aldridge. With the All-Star game almost near, let's see how the East is shaking out. Take a look at the Heat. They've been in peak form as we've watched them play some tremendous basketball with an eye toward the postseason. And, of course, there's the Cavaliers. They're 5 spots away.
I think for the Heat, they've gotten off to a terrific start this year. We knew they were capable of playing terrific basketball, and so far, they have not disappointed.
Yeah, and there really hasn't been any feeling out process for them at the start of the season. They were in peak form immediately.
Look at Cleveland's starting group. A lot of length inside. It's Mobley and Allen in the post. Mitchell is out there with Donovan Mitchell. And it's Koulibaly in at the 3, the small forward. And for the Heat, they've got Adebayo. Antetokounmpo is out there with Dort. Then it's Castle. And it's red hot in at the 1. And guys, there's no question that MP's team is one of the best on offense. And they want to prove that good offense wins over good defense.
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see how things shake out in other leagues. They say defense wins championships, but in the NBA, it's become possible to outshoot your opponent on any given night. This should be a fun matchup.
And now let's take it over to the sidelines for a bit on MP. DA.
Thanks, Kevin. Well, as you know, MP and his team have a reputation for lighting up the scoreboard. When I asked him if we should expect another offensive barrage tonight, MP told me that's what we do, David. Every team comes in thinking they can lock us down, but I've got news for them. They can't. He's got mad confidence, Kevin.
I love that kid. He does, David, indeed. It'll be interesting to see how this one plays out. All the talk, Greg, leading up to this one has been about the impact of the backcourt.
And that's where it all starts. When you have a confident and competent backcourt, it just opens up a lot of things for you offensively.
And he commits the intentional foul.
Really no idea why you're fouling in a situation like that. You know, maybe there's some bad blood between those two.
First quarter, just over a minute played. And now we've got the intentional foul. The Cavaliers shooting their first free throws here for the night.
Yeah, pretty good numbers on the season when you look at their free throw attempts, right around 78%.
And Mitchell drops them both.
This is about the last guy you want to send to the stripe right now. They keep fouling him, and he keeps making them.
Red hot. And again, Miami with the triple.
And I love the tenacity, guys. He simply can will his way into games at times. And
close game so far through the first 2 quarters as we reach halftime. Cavaliers on top, leading by just 1. Stay with us, folks. We'll get back just after halftime to start the 3rd quarter.
Fans, please direct your attention to center court. And get ready for the fan half-court shot draw.
They're not showing enough fight defensively. Take some pride getting some stops. This is when your leader has to step in and say something.
And now a subject. Thanks for joining us.
And as we get into so we see the Cavaliers taking the win here. This crowd.
Sorry, man. Tough game tonight.
Win this thing so we can get some Italian beef sandwiches.
Okay, MP, let's turn it around right here.
Hi, and thanks for joining us on. Now a moment to take a look at the year-to-year scoring output and how it's been trending for Giannis Antetokounmpo.
And when you look at his offensive output over the past few years, it seems like other teams have figured him out and have his number now. He's having to put in a lot more effort on the offensive end, but without producing nearly the same results.
All right, now let's check out the starters for the Miami Heat. Giannis Antetokounmpo is out there with Bam Adebayo. Then there's Castle, and it's red hot in at the 1. And for the Bulls, Williams is out there with Buzelis. Then it's Hampton, then it's Rizachet, and it's Mills in at the point. When good offense meets great defense, these are the games MP has set his sights on. He wants his team to play poised, avoid rushing, and play it. We're at the midway point of the season, Richard. What do you say to teams near the top of the standings?
That it's not how you start, it's how you finish. We've got plenty of season left, and even though they've played well so far, you can't afford to get complacent.
What a performance for Jaime Jaquez. He's been the story for Miami. He made a big impact, scoring 12 points in the quarter. All right, stick around. We'll be right back after this.
Howdy, folks. The moment you've been waiting for is here. Before we recap the first half, let's see what the standings look like in the East. Fellas, I was just wondering if you played in the league these days, what do you think would be different compared to when you did play?
Oh, my goodness.
Now we'll take a look back at that first half. What an all-around performance it was for the Heat.
How about all the points coming off those bench, man? I'm telling you, when you get that kind of scoring up and down the lineup, you can write your own ticket to wins.
Yeah, complete team effort, and they're playing an entertaining style as well. Thanks for tuning in. Now we head back to Brian Anderson for the start of the third quarter.
And with the second half upon us, we'll find out if this game becomes the rout that it's threatening to be. Without question, Jaime Jaquez displaying his skills today.
Through the first 2 quarters, he's been on fire. Explosive offensive performance.
If they don't change their approach in the second half, let's just say his success will continue.
Buzelis out there with Patrick Williams. Then it's Hampton, then it's Rizachet, and it's Mills in at the point. That's the group for Billy Donovan getting going here in the second half. A moment to hear from Allie LaForce.
Giannis Antetokounmpo wants to take on the tough assignments defensively. He said, quote, "I believe I'm one of the best two-way players to ever play this game, and I want to have that challenge, knowing that you gave everything to the game and you gave everything to stop the other team's best player."
He certainly wants to dominate in every way, Allie. Thank you. The free throw drops for Williams. And out on the wing, Zach Rizachet has so many things scouts are looking for these days.
Yeah, B.A., this guy has tremendous potential as a two-way threat. Great length, good athleticism, and his jump shot could be elite.
Miami making a switch here. Vassell's checked in.
They've had a slight leg up on the boards and a big leg up on the scoreboard.
Here's Castle. Deflected. Here's Rizachet. He's guarded by Vassell. Richard, when it comes to the Bulls, they... The Bulls trail by 19, setting the floor for Miami. We've got Chet Holmgren. Kenyon Martin is out there with Jaime Jaquez. And it's Doherty in at the 3.
Shocking that he just bricked that one. The defense got real lucky there.
Boy, Holmgren, I mean, wow. Just a great feel for the game, and he's so unselfish.
And for Chicago, they're shooting the ball at around 42% for the game. And now we have an intentional foul. I'm not sure why.
Yeah, bizarre play, B.A. Not sure what got into him. I mean, I'm just not sure what he was thinking right there. I mean, he needs to get his head in the game.
Counsel, he's checked in for Jaquez. And now we've got an intentional foul. More and more, we're seeing international players come into the league who are NBA ready, Grant.
It really is a...
So it's the Heat winning this one easily. A statement road victory. So...
Great win tonight, MP.
Night, MP.
This is anyone's game tonight.
Ain't ready, MP.
These are the games you have to win to be taken.
Their fans are ready, and if this shot from earlier is any indication, the Mavericks certainly look ready too. Greetings, everyone. Welcome. A moment now to look at the year-to-year scoring output and how it has been trending for Giannis Antetokounmpo.
And maybe it's shocking, maybe not too shocking, but the scoring trend over the last few years has been going down a bit. I'm sure it's something he's well aware of, and we'll see if that continues to be the case.
So the opening lineup for the Heat, Antetokounmpo is out there with Dort. Then it's Castle. Then there's Red Hot. And for the Mavericks, George is out there with Jabari Walker. Then there's Luka Doncic. Then it's Derek Lively, and it's Jones in at shooting guard. Well, as we know, MP has made it a point to play well and win against these good defenses. They put... Like every year, injuries are a huge factor in shaping the title race. And I'm guessing that teams should probably put more of a premium on durability. What do you think?
Well, Kevin, I think all GMs take that into account. A team wants to be confident it'll have a stable roster over the course of a long season.
On the court for Miami here in the second. Red Hot is out there with Castle. Then it's Martin. Then there's Jaime Jaquez. And it's Kamare in at the power forward. And while we've got a moment, let's send it over to our terrific reporter, David Olney. David?
Thanks, Kevin. Red Hot was indeed hot in the last game.
And so it's the Miami Heat, feeling good about their 17-point lead heading into the break. Defensively, they have gotten after it, contesting every shot going up. We'll get right back to the action when we return.
Please direct your attention to center court. And get ready for the fan half-court shot. From Cleveland.
Hello, everybody. Tipping off halftime. Let's start things off.
You can almost taste All-Star Weekend, the celebrations on and off the court. Shaq, you know all about that. Let me hear some memories.
And switching gears now to that first half. What a difficult start for the Dallas Mavericks.
I like their physical approach.
And that about wraps it up.
And with the second in. So with George on the bench, here's the 5 for Jason Kidd right now. They've got Howard. He's out there with Lauri Markkanen. And it's Pickett in at the 2.
Just loves it. Loves to play like a guard and shoot it from the perimeter. Markkanen's bread and butter.
Doncic with the steal. And that's an intentional foul.
Yeah, not sure.
Substitution on the court.
And the call will be against Red Hot. And so it's the Heat winning this one. A truly gutsy performance.
Great win tonight, MP. Get ready to light it up tonight.
Visualize a win tonight. Then go out and take it.
He's about to tear it up. Facing one of the heavyweights tonight.
Welcome, folks, and what better way to... Okay, a chance to look at some numbers for him.
Over the last 10 games, he's been on an absolute tear, finding all kinds of ways to be a thorn in the opposition's side, just working on offense and getting the looks he wants out there.
Now, the opening lineup for Atlanta. We've got Filipowski, and it's Wang in at the 4. And for the Heat, Chet Holmgren out there with Giannis Antetokounmpo. Then there's Castle, and it's Doherty in at the 3 slot. And one thing we continue to monitor with this team is how they perform offensively. You might remember, MP declared to the world that he wants this team to be an offensive juggernaut and steamroll over the top defensive teams in the league.
And this group's execution just hasn't lived up to MP.
Lineups around the league, Grant. Seems like they're becoming more positionless than ever before.
Yeah, you're spot on, BA. To the point where
And so it's the Miami Heat earning this break in the action, up 10. Defense is setting the tone. We'll be right back after this word.
When I look at Atlanta, this hasn't been the dominant season they were hoping for. They've let a number of winnable games slip away. But do not sleep on.
And going back now to that first half, you could say things are going extremely well for the Miami Heat. And that'll do it for us.
And we've got third quarter basketball here. 2 quarters in the books. You look at Devin Vassell, he's been playing really well.
Can they come up with an answer for him coming out of the half? They have to change something defensively.
Yeah, I'd love to see what they drew up in the locker room, because you're right. He's the problem right now.
On the floor for Atlanta, they've got Shepard, and it's Wang in at the power forward position. And he ends that fast break chance. An intentional... We've got Jaime Jaquez, Chet Holmgren out there with Bam Adebayo. Then there's Devin Vassell, and it's red hot in at the point. That's the group on the floor for Miami. Miami leading by 10. Launches a 3, sinks it from distance.
The defense was just nowhere to be found. Because of that, he adds to their lead.
Yeah, look.
Here's Wang. And so they choose to intentionally foul.
I mean, I'm just not sure what he was thinking right there. I mean, he needs to get his head in the game. Yeah, too bad he fouled.
It's the Heat winning this one easily. They did.
Great win tonight, MP.
A lot of our fans in the house tonight. Should be a fun one.
Fans live for games like this one.
And there's a lot of excited basketball fans revved up and ready to get going. Thanks for joining our Tuesday night broadcast of the NBA on 2K Sports. Hi, everyone. This is Kevin Harlan, and joining us tonight, Greg Anthony. And taking a broader look here at the year-over-year scoring trend for Giannis Antetokounmpo.
And looking at his offensive numbers from the past few years, it seems like teams around the league have kind of figured him out. He's having to work a lot harder for his points, and they haven't been coming nearly as easily as they used to.
So the opening lineup for the Heat, Antetokounmpo out there with Bam Adebayo. Then there's Doherty. Then it's Castle. And it's red hot in at the point. And for the Nets, we've got Ferguson. Edey out there with Obi Toppin. Then there's Christie. It's been no secret that MP's outstanding offense has wanted to put up big numbers against the league's top-rated defensive teams. And teams coming in to play him are well aware of that.
You really...
There's a lot of emphasis on three-point shooting, Greg. What's your opinion of that?
Well, Kevin, you know, stretching the D isn't just about how far out they have to defend. It's the distance between that and how far in you have to defend. That's why
So it's Brooklyn with a 10-point lead. Some breathing room heading into the break. Their lead is where it is because they've gotten good shots. A lot of good shots. We've got more in store for you right after this.
We're in the home stretch. I don't know if I call these guys rookies now.
Yeah, and we have some pressure-filled games coming up. And turning back to our first half, things going well, extremely well for the Nets.
When you take care of the ball.
And that's a halftime.
We played through the first half. Plenty of basketball, though, left in this one. Chet Holmgren has been sensational.
And the way he goes at defenders, he is bound to get to the line just like...
On offense, here are the Heat. Following this one, they get to host the Pelicans. That game marks the first half of a quick two-game homestand. And for the Heat, Devin Vassell out there. Group out there on the floor for the Nets. And a new group in for the Heat. Adebayo is checked in for Holmgren. Doherty comes in for Martin. Castle's checked in for Devin Vassell. And it's red hot in for Smith. Red hot. It's good from long range.
And the lack of effort to fight over the screen there makes that an easy shot.
You know, we see this all the time. You're basically, as a defender, hoping that...
So So Miami takes this one by a big margin. And they had some nervous moments down the stretch, but things fine.
Great win tonight, MP.
Good game, MP. Yo, can you give me a pair of the Chicago Warriors?
About game time. Facing one of the heavyweights tonight.
And inside the locker room, everyone trying to lock it. TGIF, everyone. It's the NBA. Richard, what do you expect to see from this guard matchup?
These guys are lethal one-on-one, but I think the key is to keep their teammates involved, playing unselfish basketball.
Well, when you look at MP's team, they are dynamite offensively. One of the top units in the NBA. But the statement by MP that they were intent on beating all top defensive teams in their path, that decree still echoes around the NBA.
Well, overall, I think MP has proven that this team runs a terrific offense, just maybe not a truly exceptional one yet. MP set a high bar for them to meet, so it's not too surprising that they've fallen a little short of his hopes and dreams. Still, I love how motivated MP has been over these games to chase this goal, and I'm sure he'll keep pushing his team to new heights.
All right, now let's check out the starters for the Miami Heat. Bam Adebayo is out there with Giannis Antetokounmpo. Then there's Castle, and it's red hot in at the point. Here's red hot, and again it's Miami from deep.
He's consistent from out there, especially when you give him that kind of room.
And he commits the intentional foul.
I mean, I'm just not sure what he was thinking right there. I mean, he needs to get his head in the game.
Here's Adams, and he's been a big part of their offense, averaging more than 18 points a game. Banchero against Antetokounmpo. Can't hit that one. Miami has gone 2 of 2 at the perimeter. Well, Grant, they say early in Giannis's career, he had to work not just on his game, but his attitude.
Yeah, that's true, B.A. It wasn't a bad attitude. He just lacked an edge. The ruthless mindset that all great players have. But, man, once he got that edge, he never lost it.
And now just over a minute played here in the first. And for some reason, he decided to foul there.
Yeah, B.A., that's an odd move. Maybe there's something else behind it.
That free throw, no good. That Grant, despite the Warriors' success over the last decade, it hasn't always been this way for this franchise.
Yeah, they didn't have many winning seasons before they got Steph, Clay, and Dre. And you know, B.A., from 1978 to 2012, they made the playoffs just 6 times.
Ooh, took him no time at all to get that one. Red Hot's got 12 points in the game.
And this is how he shines. He's a big part of their floor spacing.
Yeah, you gotta know where he is at all times.
And through one half, it hasn't even been close. It's the Heat leading by 17. Stay with us, folks. We'll be back just after halftime to get the third quarter started.
Hey, folks.
Execution. These guys know what they want offensively. Their timing is in sync. That's why, by and large,
Okay, now we've got some time. That's it for us.
And there was. So it's the Heat winning this one easily. It ends up.
Great win tonight, MP.